Hello, people. For all the people who have been waiting for current content, I have been lagging for a month and a half at this point because 8th quarter has been already going and I haven't vlogged anything at all because I'm sure you guys just don't want to watch me do homework at home. So, exciting news, which I forgot to vlog yesterday. I started clinicals. I am on the acute care peds units of my hospital, which means that it's basically like the med surge for pediatrics. I had my first shift as of yesterday and it was a wonderful shift. My preceptor is super nice. You can't really see me and I'm sorry about that. And we had a really good but really busy shift yesterday, so I'm pretty exhausted. And I had back-to-back shifts because this quarter we pretty much just follow one nurse on the same unit for the next 4 to 5 weeks. I need to work 9 full shifts to complete my practicum class and my clinical hours, and today would be shift 2. So I'm making pretty good headway and I should be technically done within the next 3 weeks. We have made it to week 7. Crazy that my vlog of quarter 8 starts at week 7, you know, but here we are. Glad to be back. I'm heading off to clinicals right now. It's about 6:40-ish. My shift starts at 7, so I will see you guys on the flip side. What is up, guys? I just thought it'd be a good time to pop in and say hello. It's been a very long time and a lot has happened since the last video you guys saw from me. Nursing school is back in full swing for me personally. Not necessarily going back into school, but I am back in clinicals. I don't even know what week it is. It's week 8 technically of the quarter and I really haven't recorded much, specifically just because I haven't really been doing anything. Schoolwork, it's a lot of schoolwork, but since I'm just home, I don't really do anything but like sit on my laptop finishing homework and then go back to living my regular life. At least that was the case for the beginning of the quarter. I wasn't having clinicals. I wasn't doing anything outside of my house. And honestly, I would have recorded some kind of like, oh, quarantine, nursing school routine. But I feel like you guys would be really disappointed and it would be totally fake for me to say like, oh, I get ready and I do this. For the first 5 weeks of nursing school, I've been in my pajamas, doing nothing, eating junk, haven't worked out, getting a little chunky in places I didn't want to get chunky. But here we are. I started clinicals last week and had my 4th shift yesterday. I've been working a Wednesday-Thursday clinical schedule specifically because the nurse that I'm working with, who is my preceptor, works mainly Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I'm working with a bunch of kiddos for the past few weeks and it's been really fun, surprisingly. I was really skeptical in the first place to be on a peds unit because we only had 1 quarter of peds in the past and I forgot a lot of the cares and vital signs and labs and all that stuff. But after being there for a few days, it kind of came back pretty quickly and you get the hang of things really easily, in my opinion. The only unfortunate thing is that now we are in the end of the quarter. There's a lot of assignments due, a lot of papers due. We're working on our NCLEX application. We have ATI review stuff, like just a bunch of tests that are packed in with the last 3 weeks of school. And it just so happens that unfortunately my clinicals are starting on top of that, whereas a lot of people in my class started clinicals a lot earlier in the quarter and managed to finish right before we got busy. I am stacked right on top of each other for all the things that are due while also being in clinicals. So this week has been really hectic and kind of stressful for me personally. I had a paper due this morning, but since I had clinicals, I knew for a fact I was not going to be writing an 8-page paper when I was tired and exhausted from clinicals, so that didn't happen. And I anticipated that and I planned accordingly, so I actually finished my 8-page paper Monday and Tuesday of this week. So while everyone else was stressing about their paper, I was, you know, done. But the only issue is that I also have a lot of assignments that are also due on top of my paper. So I was trying to budget my time and it's just been a really hectic few days because right after clinicals on Wednesday, I had to go home immediately, rushing, and like kind of had an anxiety attack just because I had stuff due at midnight. But I also needed to go to sleep early because I had clinicals again Thursday morning. So it was just stress. But we are okay now. Luckily, my boss gave me the day off today because I typically work Fridays for my other job, and After this week, I was like, I think I just need to sit down and do nothing, or at least work on all the homework that I haven't been able to work on for the last few weeks and probably should get started on, including the NCLEX application. I also might be working in the studio. Again, since I got busy over the last few weeks, I haven't been able to make anything, but I have so many ideas that I just want to like try and test out. So that's going to be on the agenda for today. I really want to work on some new prototypes because, you know, there's no other time better than now to really let the creative juices flow and just enjoy the time that we have. Because as much as it sucks that quarantine is happening and that we are in a state of the world and things are different, I feel like it's a good time to just settle down. Maybe that's just me because I've been kind of working on overdrive for the last 4 years of college and just really focusing on trying to finish this degree, pass my classes, and just, you know, work. But I'm sure, as you guys have been noticing over the last few months and the past few quarters, I've been trying to really integrate, you know, some self-care and doing things that I actually enjoy on top of being a nursing student and also working my jobs. But now that we're in quarantine, I feel like it doesn't necessarily mean that I have a lot of time on my hands, because again, homework has just been doubled in the amount because now we don't have lecture classes. However, it does give me a little bit more leisure time in between to actually be able to plan out my day and not have like set times that I have to do things. So really budgeting your time well and really managing your schedule, I think, is really important, especially in quarantine. And if you're the kind of person like me that really is unmotivated when you're at home, I'm sure you guys are struggling just as much as I am, because in the beginning of quarantine, I was literally the laziest bum ever. And for a few weeks, it was like fun because I hadn't been able to be super lazy for a very long time. But after a while, you start to realize that you're super unmotivated and all goes downhill quickly. Well, at least that's what happened for me. Aside from all of that, I'm good. I hope you guys are doing well too. Things have definitely been different, but from my point of view, I can start to see things going a little bit back to normal. Things are definitely going to be different, and I respect it because, for the record, I think it's a good thing to start emphasizing hygiene, health, staying safe, and especially in times like this, like, we are all in this together and we can only make a difference as a collective if people are ignoring the orders that are happening out there, if people are disrespecting each other and just not being the best human being, I would say. I think it affects us all in the long run. And it seems as though like it wouldn't make a difference if it's just one person that's going outside or doing this. But imagine if everyone was thinking the same thing, then really the whole point of quarantine kind of goes out the window. And I feel like it's too soon for us to be saying that the virus is completely gone, because it's not. You know, it's still out there. We're still battling. There are still cases out there. And I feel like until we really get a handle on the situation, get a vaccine going, I don't think anyone should be really settling down and saying that things are going back to normal and going outside is okay just yet. But, you know, maybe that's just me. For the record, I am not saying that I don't miss going outside, because I do. I miss being able to hang out with my friends. I miss being able to go places late at night and hang out at places that are still open, whereas things are all takeout now and we all end up having to go home anyways. But it's an adjustment, and I think we all just need to work together to try to be kind to one another while also really protecting ourselves and our friends and family. So that's my take on the situation. I still hope you guys are doing well. I hope that everyone's surviving quarantine, hopefully in the best way possible, by working out and exercising instead of me eating junk and chips all day and gaining weight I never thought I could gain in the last 8 years. Oddly enough, I celebrated my birthday in quarantine, and because all the stuff outside of the world has been canceled, aka Coachella weekend always lands on my birthday. And love all my friends, you know, I have no judgment towards them, because in the first place, I'm not really one to celebrate my birthday anyways. But every year for the past like 4 to 5 years, in college and end of high school, all of my friends always go to Coachella, and I personally have never gone to Coachella. I've always wanted to, but it's always on my birthday weekend, and either like financial strain or stuff going on at that time just always blocked my plans to go to Coachella. So I've never gone, whereas my friends have pretty much consistently gone every single year for the last 4 to 5 years. So celebrating my birthday on my actual birthday weekend has never really happened. So it's been hard, but because Coachella was canceled this year, not to say that I'm thankful that it's canceled, because I feel for all the people who paid all that money for the tickets, but all my friends actually got to like kind of celebrate with me. We had like a cool Zoom call and people texting me and like calling me throughout the day, which was really fun. So thank you to all my friends who celebrated my birthday with me. You know, it's been great. 22, you know, it's a big year. Kind of an insignificant year, but big year anyways, because I am graduating from college this year and I am done with my bachelor's degree in 3 to 4 weeks, which is honestly insane. Like, is this really happening? College is done. I have a bachelor's degree in 3 weeks. I need to get a job, like an adult job, and be like a nurse. Also, these days, I haven't really been doing my makeup. However, whenever I do go out, even if it's just to pick up takeout, I get glammed up and do like a full face of makeup because I hardly ever do my makeup now. I've been doing a lot of fun looks. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and watch my stories, you guys would probably know. If you don't already follow me, it's at aves.oh. And if you also want to follow my pottery account, it's at aves.throhs. So throws, because it was a stupid play on word that I totally thought was cool back then, but now I don't have the heart to change it because it feels like I started with it and I gotta keep going, so that's what that is. Other than that, if you guys want to keep in touch and, you know, talk a little bit more about the situation, discuss more about how nursing school might be shifting in the next few years and just like things that are changing overall, DM me. I would be happy to have a conversation and, you know, talk about how you guys are doing, stuff like that. Just try to ease you guys into the new reality, especially if you are a nursing student that is struggling. I would love to, you know, help you guys out there. But for now, that's pretty much it for my face. I literally just put concealer, powder, and some highlighter, and I dip. Thank you for hanging out. I feel like I didn't talk about much at all because there's not much happening. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for even subscribing and hanging out with me along the journey. It's been, well, pretty much 2 years because I started my vlog my 3rd quarter of nursing school, and now we are here 8th quarter, graduating in 3 weeks. Even saying that still doesn't really feel real. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you guys very soon.